welcome. This is Fashion, Arts and Media. I'm Lydia Cutler, and today with me is a model and a pageant queen from England. I'm going to ask her to kindly tell us about herself and her journey in charity work, which she's actually very passionate about. Welcome. Please tell us about yourself.
Hi. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity that you've given me to be part of your program or your interview. And I'm so happy that I am here right now because we have managed to, meet in the middle with a lot of our circumstances. But yes, my name is Eileen, aka Eileen Karandang, aka Lucky Neelia, and I am a mother of two. I am the former Mrs. Philippines UK 2018, and my title is right now is Mrs. Noble Queen of the Universe 2019.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
that's a big title.
Yeah, it is an international pageant that I just been. So it was a really good experience, and because of that, my network went wider because it's worldwide. That pageantry is not only about beauty; it's also about a charity, about the having a sister around the world that can able to help. That you can able to help what's happening in the part of the world, if in case that people so that's one of the goal why is it that the Noble Queen of the Universe been founded.
Right. Wow. So when did you start doing pageants?
Actually, I started doing the pageants way 2018, and I won the title as Mrs. Philippines UK 2018, and after that I've been having lots of offer doing a modeling, but unfortunately I cannot accept all of them because of the nature of my work as a nurse practitioner here in community as a rapid response team. So if you know, as of now, we are the frontliner. I am playing a big role to combat this pandemic that we're having right now. So we are also hoping that we will able to win in this battle, and we can able to go on with our lives and enjoy each other's company, because that's what we're missing right now.
Right. So I'm going to be very personal here, and please forgive me if you don't like what I'm going to say.
That's fine.
But I know that you got COVID and you have recently recovered from it. Really, really glad that you are with us, because this is something very beautiful. So do you want to tell us a bit, I know it sounds bad, but do you want to tell us a bit about how it was with you? Because people need to know these things. I know it's not part of modeling, but people could like to hear and know how it was with you.
First of all, being a nurse practitioner in the community, we are the nurses, or we are the soldiers that the first line in the battle, because we are the one who's facing all these patients that we don't even know if they have it. So I've been exposed many times to a patient who have COVID without me knowing that they are infected. That happened first in late February, which is that time we're just hearing it from China that they are experiencing it, and then that time, obviously, we are not prepared, or we're just still preparing. So in my job, we accept referrals from the GP because rapid response. I'm one of the rapid response nurse. We are trying to assess patients in their own comfort in their house, for them to be avoided to be admitted in the hospital. So what happened is we have to triage every single cause. We have to triage it first. Is it really necessary for us to go there? And the patient that has been triaged to me is not experiencing some fever. They're not experiencing some cough or whatsoever, and the patient just come out from the hospital. So the main complaint was the patient had a fall. So when I went there, obviously that time we are not. We were some our precautionary, but not like us of now. You understand
Can
what I
I
mean?
just cut? Can I just cut you? Was that last year or this year?
Okay, that is last year. The first time I was exposed. The first time I was exposed. That
right.
So yes. So unfortunately, when I went there to assess the patient, during according to my assessment, I feel that the patient is not safe for him to stay at home, and we cannot able to treat the patient at home. So I have to send the patient to the through ambulance, and the ambulance took the patient to the hospital. And after 3 days, I was called by the hospital, and they're telling me that I've been exposed to a patient for COVID. So the first initial reaction that I felt was I was shaking because I was so scared. And the first thing I think is about my kids. I have children that I have to look after. I'm a single mother, and I was like, so they asked me to go home and isolate. So I isolate myself for 7 days, and fortunately, I did not get it. So after that, they sent me back to work. So that's just one of my journey in, about my experience in COVID. And then, as I said, after the lockdown, we've been giving a lot of PPA, and yes, we've been very precautious as well with our triaging. So we're trying, not us to be exposed in patients who are were suspicion that they have COVID. But having said that, unfortunately, as a nurse, it's really hard for us not to get infected, because nowadays I think the one that I got was variant, which is more stronger.
Yes.
The way it infect people is more faster, because sometimes you don't know who are the people who actually have COVID.
Right.
So, but when I went I went to work, and then I have a suspicion that the last patient that I've seen have it. So, and I sent the patient to the hospital, and fortunately, because of this has been happening, I already managed to instruct my kids what to do. So from the beginning, they know what to do. When I said that same routine, they know what's going on. So before I come in, they will put some towel and a basket for me to put all my clothes in our porch, and then I have to spray my shoes and everything, and then all my clothes will go straight to the wash, and I have to put it in a very high temperature and go straight to the shower. I have myself shower. When I come into my room, everything is there: my water, my vitamins, my paracetamol, my pain reliever, everything is there for me to use. Even like the mask that I have to use when I come out. So having said that, the next day I start feeling body pain.
When was that?
Headache. So, okay, if I tell you that was like the 4th. The 5th, I start feeling the pain.
Last
body
month?
Pain. Yes. Yeah, last month.
Right.
I have headache. The headache, I cannot explain it because I haven't had that kind of headache before. That is like you don't know where it is, but your head is so heavy, but there is something that is like you can feel that there is really a pain, and then
Right.
your muscles are weak and painful. My shoulder, my back is painful, and it's like you don't have energy to stand up.
Right.
So the first thing that I have to do is to take some paracetamol, and I reported it to, because we have a chat in our group chat among rapid response nurses,
Mm-hmm.
and I reported it there that this is what I'm feeling right now.
Right.
We have also a swab test that has been given to us. We have to swab ourselves every, like, twice in a week. Sorry, twice in a week.
Right. Uh-huh.
So I did the swab, and the test result is negative. So I was thinking, oh, probably I'm just having a different thing. Maybe it's just, you know. So in the evening, I started having some very high fever, which is I really shiver. And
Right.
that is not very good at all, because
Uh-huh.
on that time, you you don't know how are you going, you know,
Of
you're
course.
very tired. It's hard
Mm.
for you to look after yourself by then, because
Right.
everything is just painful. You can't even, it's like you don't want to move
Mm.
because of the pain, but you have to force yourself. Even just the paracetamol is just next to me. It's like, for me, it's a very big job for me to do it, to pick it
Right.
up and take it, and then pour water into my mug. But
Mm-hmm.
having said that, the next day, my I reported it to them that this is what I experienced. They asked me to have a test in the testing center itself,
Mm-hmm.
because my swab test turns out negative. So I went to the
Yeah.
testing center,
Yes.
and then come back straight away. Obviously, try not to be mingle with anyone.
Yes.
So when I come back, I started having the shivering again, the same thing, and I was thinking, well, I think this is COVID. The next day, I received the text from the testing center that confirmed that I am positive. So in that point, I know that I had it, but when you receive the text to confirm, that's another story, because that,
Exactly.
you understand what I mean. So, but I said to myself, no, I'm a nurse. I know how to look after myself, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have everything, and I am so lucky that my kids are grown up. I have a 23 years old daughter and a 16 years old son. So fortunately, they didn't able to get the
That's
they're
good.
not being affected, because
Mm-hmm.
when I come into the house, I wasn't exposed to them.
Yes.
Yes, they went to their rooms, and they only come out when I'm already inside my room. And then
Mm.
they're just making it sure that I have everything that I need. We talk in WhatsApp. I call them in WhatsApp. We face to face. So
Mm-hmm.
that's our communication. But
Mm-hmm.
telling you, it's not easy, because the high
Really.
fever every evening is is something else. Is something
Right.
else, and the pain, the whole
Mm.
body, and also it's not easy, because in that point of view, sometimes I don't know about you, but me, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not well, it's like you want someone to look after you,
Exactly.
especially
Uh-huh.
that time you cannot able to stand up, you cannot
Mm.
able to do anything, but you have to force yourself. And
Mm.
I have my saturation probe next to me, my thermometer next to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have to check myself all the time, and the such probe them. And such probe is a machine, a small machine that I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna put it into my finger to make
Mm-hmm.
it to find out what is the percentage of air in my lungs.
Right.
So because of that, I said to myself, I have a certain limitation. If I know that the saturation level of the air in my lungs is really low, that's the time I will call the ambulance. And yeah, so as I said, I am lucky that I am a nurse. I know what to do. You understand me? So in that point of view, that for me, aside from the physical, there's one thing that you're going to battle as well. It's not
Right.
only that, you're going to battle mentally.
Exactly.
Especially me that I am not used to be at home all the time. I am always, since March last year, I've been always out,
Working.
working hard. And I was even thinking, oh, I'm lucky that I am a nurse. I have to go out, and
Yes.
some people, they just stay at home. I said, I'm going to be crazy if I'm at home, which is like, oh my God, I am isolating. I am at home. Every single thing that you can think, you're going to think about it. And no wonder that one of my friend, one of our family friend,
Right.
that the whole family has been infected. The husband or the father committed suicide.
Oh no.
And this is why I said, no wonder. Because if you are not strong mentally, and then if you have suffered depression before, and you are not strong enough to fight it, yes, I do
Gosh.
understand why is it that he committed suicide. So in that point of view, I need to be very um, I need to affirm myself. I need to be optimistic. Yeah,
Exactly.
because no one can help me besides me. And I said to myself, I have a lot of plan. I have my kids and I have a plan. I want to do this, I want to do that. This COVID is not going to put me down. So the
Right.
first thing in the morning, you have to say, thank you, God. I still can manage to breathe. It's not well, but I'm still breathing. And then my saturation level is fine. So just go through. And then they started your feeling that you have a chest infection. So
Right.
you're coughing, and the cough is just the hardest as well. That you're trying to take out from your throat, but you cannot do it. It's really really hard cough, and you can't you can't avoid not to cough because it's just so
Right.
itchy. It's just so itchy that nothing. I have this tea that they said ginger, garlic, lemon, honey.
Uh-huh.
So all of that. I drink all the time. You have to be going to the toilet all the time as well. But
Right.
I also have these what do you call lackets? Yes, I have lackets to put it
Yes.
in my mouth to make it sure that my throat is being moist because you need to
Right.
moist your throat. It's
Right.
really, so it's really hard that, sometimes in one point, it's really hard to cough and it's really hard to breathe after that. And that is scary because if you cannot breathe, it's one of the scariest things. But as I said, I'm just lucky I am a nurse. I know how, I try to be calm because after you cough and then you can't breathe, some people will panic, especially if they haven't been able to have
Exactly.
that kind of before. But me, I know how it is because um you're a nurse. I know what to expect. So that goes on for long, like maybe a month,
Can I
3 weeks.
just cut you, please? You were talking about a machine. So
Yeah,
this machine, did you have it because you're a nurse or
yeah. I have it because
okay?
of a nurse. That's the
Right.
machine that I use to assess the patient. So I bring it up with me because I know I'm gonna be needing it.
Right.
So that's the machine that we use to each and every patient that we assess, and especially the patient who have a respiratory problem like COPD, asthmatic, those patients who have asbestos, uh, cancer in the lungs, all of that
Right.
thing. So yeah, so the coughing goes for a long time, and you your taste buds you will, you're not gonna taste. You're not gonna have a taste. It's everything is tasteless. Yeah,
Right.
and you cannot able to smell. But I don't mind the smell. Sometimes it's good. You can't smell anything. But one thing, um, your appetite. You will experience a low appetite. It's because you cannot taste anything.
Exactly.
But you have to force yourself. Everything you like, even like to get up from the bed. I don't. I did not sleep lying in bed. I sleep sitting up.
Sitting up.
Yes. So it's very
Right.
convenient from each. I will really recommend to each and everyone to have a V-shaped pillow. V-shaped
Right.
pillow, because that V-shaped pillow is really going to help you,
Right.
for you to be comfortable. And during the night is one of the hardest, because at night time, that's all you have to do. Cough, cough, cough.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? So, but what I did, for me to divert my attention, I've been calling people back home, because back home is daytime. So I'm not really, so I know those people who are not working, and like this. So those people who are not working, I call them, I try to divert my attention. But I
So you
have
can
to,
speak.
no, you can't really speak, but sometimes I want them to talk, tell me everything what they have to tell me. And then I would just and cough. I want them to talk to me, tell me everything, just to divert your attention.
Right.
You understand? Because everything, that's what I've been doing. I've been diverting my attention. I clean my room. I clean my room. I did some, my bed, because obviously you're well enough to be doing that when you don't have the muscle pain and everything. So when I'm well enough, I try to move my bed. I try to move everything just for me to do something. You understand what I mean? And to clean it, to fold all your clothes with your mask, obviously, just to make sure that you are busy. You're not really thinking you're not thinking bad things, because it's not, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it at all. I tell you. Sometimes I watch a movie, but I stop watching movie that make me cry, because I was worried that my nose get blocked, and if everything will get, you understand what I mean? So I tried to watch a movie that I will just laugh. It's a a comedy movie. So that's all I've been watching, because it's not. Yeah, because if you're going to watch a movie that's make you sad, and it will trigger you for everything what had happened to you in the past. Because sometimes you might relate and everything. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I tried to watch comedy films. So every single thing that I can think of to divert my attention, I tried. But sad to say, yes, there's really sometimes that I feel depressed. I feel depressed. That's why I tried to, So that is my journey. And after that, uh, I have an anxiety to go out, because it's like you don't want to get through to it again. I don't want to go out. Even like I even think of, do I want to be a nurse?
I understand.
It's like, is it worth it for me to go and work as a nurse? I have that second thought to work as a nurse, but it's my bread and butter.
Exactly.
I had to go. So I asked my work if it's possible if they can extend my off sick, and they have extended it, and it's more for a month. I am at home for a month. Yeah. So, but I'm very thankful that my work is very supportive. I also have a friend who are a pharmacist that can able to deliver the medication that I need. I just text him. I said, this is what I need. This is what I need. Obviously, I am a nurse. I know what can, when I start feeling that I have a chest infection, I told him that, do you have this? Can I have this? So, and he just delivered it to my front door. And yeah, that is my journey.
How are your kids eating? Who is cooking at this time when you really sick?
Them.
Right.
And fortunately, both of them knows how to cook.
That's good.
Yes, because during when I was working all the time, and when I come here, they make sure that I have food to eat. And they're always making sure that it's a healthy food. But there are some food that during the time that I wasn't well, there's some food that I crave. So I have a very good friend that during their day off, they cook it for me, and they just left it into my front door, and my and then my kids serve it to me, and I'm lucky to have a friend like that. Yeah,
friends are very important.
Very important. Very important. Yeah, but fortunately, before I had my COVID, she had COVID, and I gave her all the support that she needs until that time. And then she said, "It's time to pay back."
Exactly. So you're going back to work tomorrow?
I already started. Went to work 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Wow! Okay.
Yeah, but it's not easy to come out and then mingle with them again, and then seeing a patient. And what they did is like they're just starting. I went with the patient with someone else, and then after that I said it's okay, I can do it. So they just started to give me one patient, one patient in one day, and then the next day I said you can give me 2. You have to develop your confidence again.
Exactly.
And then just try to be precautious. But obviously, right now, most of the patients that we are seeing, most of them are shielding. But we still have to wear our PPE to protect them.
Of course. Of course. Okay. Thank you so much. That has been really educational. I've learned something, and I'm sure the viewers are going to love listening to you, because up till this day, there's some people who actually don't believe that there's COVID.
Yes, and may I add as well? Yes, tomorrow I'm gonna have my vaccination, because it will be a 28 day. I already had my 28 days yesterday of being negative. Okay, so yeah, being negative, and I really strongly advise to each and every one of you to have the vaccine. Having the vaccine is not only to protect you, also to protect your family, your friends, and any people that you're going to meet along the way. And through that as well, we are going to be in one combating with this in this very horrible virus. Yeah. So a lot of people doesn't believe, and okay, I just want to tell you, there's one when I collect my shopping from Asda, this boy said, "Is it really true that there is COVID? Because it looks like this is just political thing and everything." And I said to myself, obviously, people who doesn't benefit in this pandemic will say a lot of things for people not to believe it, because them themselves they did not experience it. Probably they are waiting for one of their family to die first before they're going to believe this. I said to him, "Do you want me to put you next to the patient who have COVID for you to believe it?" Because what the government is trying to do is for you guys to be away from the danger.
Exactly.
And yeah, the government is thinking of us, because obviously our economic is being affected. But what can we do?
Badly. That's right.
Yeah. As I said, the president in the Philippines, because I came from Philippines, he said that I don't care if our economy will go down, I care more about my people, because my people is the one who will help me to bring it up again.
Exactly. That's wise. That's really wise.
That's really wise. So like right now, Philippines is more, I think Philippines is more safer than UK.
Oh, perfect. That's good.
Yeah, that's how I feel, because the way they implement the lockdown there, the way they implement the rules about this is really strict.
Even New Zealand.
Yeah, the implementation here is not even halfway. Yeah. But
even New Zealand doesn't have COVID. Australia next door has COVID. Because New Zealand listened, and the Prime Minister, she's amazing. She just put everything to lockdown, everyone to lockdown. And sometimes like that, they don't have.
Yeah, sometimes it depends to the people as well, because the people in New Zealand, they listen to their Prime Minister, to their leader, and only if we listen. Only if we listen. I really think, I'm very sorry, I'm going to say this. Those people who doesn't believe, those people who are not following the protocols, they are disrespecting us.
That's true.
Healthcare professional. Because if you really think the government is not going to give us any reward for this, but we're still doing it, you understand what I mean? But all we need is respect. Please respect us. We tried our best to be out in this danger, for us to have a better life for our children, for our future. So let's just be one in this. If we are together, we can combat this sooner.
Exactly. And it's not only for your children, it's for the whole community, because you are helping everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, thanks. Let's go back to modeling.
Modeling, yes. Talk too much.
Do you want to tell us a bit about where you've modeled?
Oh, yes. I started doing the modeling, the events that I've been take part of. We went to, I take part in Hair Revolution, the Royalty Kings and Queen Fashion Show, the House of Icon in 2018 and 2020, Flames of Iana Riggs, Vladimir Charity Fashion Show. Mostly it's about charity that I have. Mitch the Sonia Fashion Show in Philippines. When I went to Philippines, I take part as well. And also some of the Chabs UK. Unfortunately, I didn't able to participate in one of yours because of our, we have, that time is very busy at work. I could
Next
not
time.
Yes.
The pandemic had just started actually. And most of you did not come. Most of the models, even designers, did not come because Flybe had cancelled flights. Fortunately, you were busy at work, but a few of the models couldn't come from London because their flights were cancelled. Some hotels cancelled. So we did the fashion week a week before lockdown, the first lockdown.
Yeah.
So it was a bit complicated.
Yeah. I stopped attending events 2 weeks before the lockdown because I was worried that I might able to get it and then pass it to my patients, which is not really good. So I don't want to enjoy and then I'll be passing things. So even the charity events, I just didn't go because I have to choose. My bread and butter is more important.
Exactly. That's true. Please tell us about the charity events. I know that you are really passionate about helping the community. Tell us about the charity events and the charity work that you do.
So my advocacy, I really put in the pedestal the charity because even me, I can feel that I am blessed being here in this country. I get what I want,
Yes.
and being a nurse in the community, I can tell, and I can really say that I am better off than them, because I am healthy, and I know I have means to help myself. So obviously, I've been trying to help people from back home every time I go home. Especially, the very first charity that I did with my cousin, we built a birthing place. This birthing place is for
Right.
women who cannot able to afford safe delivery in the hospital, because back home we have to pay everything.
Of
We are
course.
not like here. So we
Yes.
we managed to build this birthing center for women who are not able to afford. And we are so lucky that there's a lot of people who have a good heart, who donated a lot of every single thing that we need in that, even from the cement, the steel bars, the
Wow.
the sand, even the the land that we build this birthing center is
That's
also been
wonderful.
donated. And it was really overwhelming. And then when we managed to build it, we also there are also some people who are donating the bed, because we only have like about
Yes.
8 beds, because it's
Right.
only a
That's
small birthing center. But because of that, we're able to give a good care and a good treatment to the patient or a mother, from pregnancy, during pregnancy, and postnatal, until
oh,
their
that's
baby
wonderful.
until their baby is 1 year old. So we are very blessed, because obviously it's a top of the range. We have scanner, we have the CTG. It's
Oh, wow.
really good. We are I think we are even better off than the hospitals, because most of our most of
Right.
our machine our instruments are new. And
Right.
so we have a very good, or a good-hearted OB-GYN or obstetrician who runs this. And we're able to, obviously, the government, we're able to apply it, and the government help us, so that we're
Oh,
able to
nice.
run it. It's very, you feel the blessings every time you see a baby that's been
Uh-huh.
delivered in there. You feel the blessings. Sometimes every time I go home, I bring some things, like I bring some, what they call this, instrument, like BP apparatus, um, thermometer, the scanner, every single thing that I can think of, that here you can buy
Checking.
it quicker.
Wow.
But there are some as well that it's cheaper if you buy it at home. I have some colleagues, some friends that donated some clothes, baby clothes. I send it there, so that those women who cannot able to afford to buy clothes for
Right.
their baby, we gave it to them. Yeah.
Wow.
We also have education for those women who, for women, for about safe sex, and then about birth control, different kind of birth control, and we even offer it to them, especially pap smear. We also have, like IUD. We educate them. We
Wow.
educate them about all the necessary immunization that the baby needs. And obviously, that one we cannot able to give that to the patient. We try to refer them to,
Right.
because there is some
The
clinic.
hospital.
Yeah, so that is
Right.
my very first one that I can really tell that I am so proud of it. We are now
Wonderful.
in, yeah, we are now in a, going to fourth year
Uh-huh.
for that. So I also have a medical mission that I held it during my birthday, way
Right.
20, that was 2018. So
Right.
the medical mission is only for those women, and, or we can call it mother and child only. I
Right.
am I'm not trying to discriminate the men, but I was trying to say is, because no one, I did not know that anyone did that, that only for woman and child. For me, it's really important for a woman to have a healthy body, to have a healthy mind and body, because we women is the one who run the family. What will happen to the family if the mother is not healthy?
Exactly.
You understand what I mean? So from the husband, from the finances, from the house, the mother is the one who does most of it. Okay, obviously, the man also have a very big part, but obviously, I'm a woman, so I want them to feel that someone cares, someone cares, because so many things that we're doing at home, we forget ourselves. Yeah, even to buy our underwear. Sometimes we forget about that. You understand me? Anything that we're going to eat, we want to eat, but because we have children, we give it to our children. So that's why I said I want to. That's really my advocacy, is for woman betterness and the children in need. I want to empower women in terms of health, because health is the most important to all of us. Without health, we cannot do anything. So empower women for them to be able to how to look after themselves, especially in sexual health. Because in our country, not all the women knows how to look after themselves in sexual health. So that's one of my education. We educate women about sexual health there. And it was really overwhelming. We have we have 250 patients. That's including that's including the babies. We give away some kind of food as well, because obviously, if you ask them to come to our medical mission, some of them is not gonna come because they said they're not gonna get anything to eat. So you have to tell them that, oh, there's something that we're going to give you. We give rice. Yeah, we give out rice. We give out some canned goods. We give out some vitamins. We give out some anything that they can use. I even teach them how to do the proper hygiene, just a simple hand washing. Because obviously they came from a rural area. Some of them doesn't know what is the importance of the hand washing. And, how is it going to help them? Obviously, for the kids who got lice, we try to teach them about that as well. So all these kids that can able to transfer the worms, isn't it? So yeah, and then I managed to have children who are disabled children. I did some feeding to them and give out some school supplies. And then I also managed to feed the whole school, which is only 195 students in there. So it's one of the very rural, of the farthest bayou in my hometown. I have to go there with the motorcycle, because the normal the more normal car cannot able to go there, so you have to ride a motorcycle to go there. So that is really I was overwhelmed that I was able to do that. I was able to give back to the children. And looking at them, when you go there, you see what they need. Some of them, they went to school, they go to school without shoes.
Exactly.
Some of them, I see them, they have slippers, but their slippers are broken. They will just put something on it so that they can able to wear it. And one of them is wearing actually a plastic bottle. So it hurts, it kind of like hurts your heart that, some people are going through to this. They really want to go to school. You understand what I mean? So we managed to go to the orphanage. We give out some miscellaneous to the orphanage, also to the home for the aged. So we call it Bahay Pag-ibig, so home of love. These are the elderly people that is been abandoned by their family. Some of them
Right.
already have Alzheimer's, dementia. So what I did, we give out some clothes, we give out some toiletries for the elderly people, the food. And what I also do, because I have noticed that a lot of them, most of them have a problem. They have dementia and Alzheimer's. So what I did,
Right.
I educate the staff about Alzheimer's, about dementia, for them to be able to understand why is it the patient is
Right.
showing this kind of symptoms. Why is it the patient is being a baby now? They act like a baby, and
Yeah. Right.
you know. And I try to make them understand that you have to look after them well, because at the end of the day, we are not all the time you are the one who will look after them. One time we need to
Exactly.
be looked after,
Exactly.
and you have to think about karma, you know. So try to look
Exactly.
after them, because God has been giving you a privilege to look after a patient or a person in need. And that means, because you have that privilege, in the time, by the time that you need it, someone is also going to help you. So I try to
That's
give
true.
that kind of thinking to them, so that they will try to help the patient from their heart, being passionate about it. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So I
Yes,
also
indeed.
yeah, I did a lot of things, but during the lockdown, obviously, you cannot do much. But what I can do, because we are in the community, if you've noticed, during the lockdown, there's nowhere you can find to buy something to eat. And most of the nurses in the hospital is being looked after, because all the help, all the support going to them, nothing to
Right.
us in the community. So us in the community, obviously we struggle. We come home, sometimes we don't able to cook, because we're already tired. You understand what I mean? And
Right.
our children, they're just gonna cook something that is just right for us. So when we go to our job, we have nowhere to buy food.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So I think, okay, how am I going to help my colleagues? Because it's very important for us to have a good food. It's very important for us to eat um, proper meal, not
Yes.
just you know. So I try to encourage some of the Filipino community to donate something for my colleagues, for us to be able to have some proper food. So I have a lot of friends, because obviously I'm already in the community. They know me as Mrs. Philippines, and some of
Yes.
them I have attended a lot of charity events before. So I asked them, especially those events that I've been, and then they managed to participate and give out something for my colleague to have something to eat. So that is
Wonderful.
really great, because people is just gonna ring me, oh, I have this, I have that, and then how much do you need? It's really, this is why I
Right.
say, if you want something, say something, because there's some generous people will call you and offer their, you know, or share their blessings to you. Yeah.
Right.
And I have mentioned earlier, I have disabled children that I am supporting back home. So during the pandemic, I tried to give them some groceries, some rice, groceries, vitamins for these children. I cannot able to do a lot of people, so I just choose these people, these children,
That's
because
good.
for me,
That's
I
good.
think they're the one who needed it more. You understand what I mean? So I supported
Exactly.
them. And during I remember we had some typhoons back home last year, and I
Yes.
managed to help a family who their father is being affected. Their
Oh,
father is there. Can you see
yes.
me? So
Yes, of course.
I managed to help one of the family that the father died because of the liver cirrhosis, and they have like 5 children. The eldest has been helping them since the father died, also managed to get, how did, she had a stroke. She's very young and she had a stroke. She cannot move. So the mother is, she doesn't know what to do. And by the time that my friends who helped me to give out some food, they found out the situation, and they're living in a house that the wall is just a sack of rice. It's really heartbroken. And I was saying that, how are they going to cope up? You understand? I mean, and I'm worried that the children, because the youngest is 2 years old, and the eldest is 12 years old, which is she's already, she had a stroke, and one of the child as well, she is disabled, she can't talk. So that's the reason why we managed to reach them. Because it's one of my beneficiaries.
What you did was good.
Yeah. So what I did, I gave them sacks of rice. Like about, instead of one pack, or is for one person is one ration, I give them 2. And then also I gave money to my friends. I said, can you make it sure that their wall is not a rice, a sack of rice anymore. So they did everything. I have some pictures that we managed to put a proper wall in their house for them to be secured when the typhoon comes, because obviously I don't want the children to suffer during the typhoon, because we have a lot of typhoon that comes, and then they might get sick, and and the mother doesn't know what to do. So, and then after that, we managed that. I contacted our mayor, and then I said to the mayor that this family, this is the situation of the family, and they have a mother who are really struggling to get some food. So is it possible that you have to make it sure that they can have the ration of the food, because our municipality is been giving the ration of food, so make it sure that they have this. And also I said that, can you make it sure that the eldest son can, the next to the eldest, I mean, can have some, like a job, because they need it. We cannot just give we cannot just give everything all the time. They needed to have some means, that money that comes monthly. You understand what I mean? So So and then the municipal, our mayor, promised me that he will do what I asked him, and I am glad that I was given a chance to help people like this. I was given a privilege to help them, and so that's kind of the thing that I've been doing. I have some plans, because if I do my charity, I'm making sure I'm the one who does it. I'm making sure I am there. Only this time around that the pandemic, I didn't able to do that, but I have some trusted friends. So as soon as this pandemic will finish, I have some plans to help out more people. And then I'm thinking maybe I can do another birthing center in my hometown, because the other one is in the other, in the capital of Masbate. That's where I had it done. So now I want it. So I want it in my hometown itself. You understand what I mean?
Amazing.
And also I've been offered that I've been offered something that it will make my job more adventurous. So in the future, I will be joining the search and rescue.
Oh wow!
Search and rescue operation. So in any part of the world, So so we're gonna be trained. We're going to be trained to use all the equipment. we're gonna be trained how we're going to help or rescue people who are in need. So that's our plan. And then also, because
Right.
obviously it's really important that there's some people who will be going and help. Not only, this is not only Philippines. This can be like internationally. And I'm so glad that I was offered for that, and then I'm looking forward for that. But
That's amazing.
for the meantime, I just have to focus on my career first. In May 6th, I'll be starting my course as a prescriber nurse, and I am going to pass it in God's grace.
You will, definitely. The fact that you've utilized your title, Miss Philippines UK, and done all that, I don't think there's anything you can do. I think you can do anything. You've
God
shown
been very
that
good.
you've done so much. And because of that, actually, I'm going to introduce you to, I have friends who have a TV in Manila. I want them to, online TV. I would like for them to interview you because they have a very large following. And probably maybe they can help you help the community a bit more.
Yes, really. You know, when it happens last Typhoon Ulysses, it was really broken because, you know, most of the people that died in that flood is because they've been electrocuted, and even those people that tried to rescue them died. And the person that that we have been talking about this before this happened, and when it happens, he said that it's so unfortunate because that could have been avoided. Those people who's trying to search, you know, that could have been avoided for them not to die, because there is some kind of instrument that they're going to use, and it costs only 3,000 pesos. They're going to use to make it sure that the water, there is no electric on it. Yeah, but unfortunately, yeah, that happens. And it's just some kind of like being educated. What are we going to use during that kind of situation? So so that's an eye opener as well for us who are trying to be in that kind of operation. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited in that journey. I'm hoping that, you know, I can able to be part of it.
You will.
Yeah.
You will. I'm sure you're going to do even better. Now tell us about today. What have you been doing this morning?
Yes, this morning from 9 o'clock in the morning till 12:30. I just me and two of my friends, we've been interviewed by one of the community in Philippines. So actually, this is not the first time that I've been interviewed by them. And every time we are being interviewed by them, people in the Philippines, in that community, starting to know about us and about me. And every time we do some interview, it's because of what's happening back home. Obviously, most of them needed to have money. We always have a raffle for them to learn to get something, and for them as well to start listening to us as well, to encourage them to listen to you. So we managed to donate around 6,000 pesos, and you know, for people who's watching, and then the only thing that they're going to say is what was this? Gov community, the beauties. The beauties is that is what they called us, because I have another two friends, three of us, and we call ourselves the beauties.
Right.
Yeah. So three of us, this is what I'm trying to say, that we are planning to have charity back home when this pandemic finished. But so we tried to help out people back home to get some kind of money in our own little way, and also entertain them as well. We did the interview us, and then they asked us to sing. We managed to sing about 4 songs, you know, then 4 songs, because it's like about 4 hours interview or 4 hours thing. So we
Right.
try to entertain them. We try to
So
entertain them.
the 6,000 pesos, how much is that in UK money?
About 100.
About 100. I'm going to add 20 pounds. So how much is 20 pounds in
So the
pesos?
20 pounds, that will be like about nearly 2,000.
Good. So I'm giving your beauties 2,000 pesos.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. What we will do, what they call this, I'm going to let them know that you're donating it to us, and then the next time that they're going to do the raffle, because they have this every day. Yeah. So the next time that they're going to do a raffle, I'll tell them that you've donated this, and then we go. I'm going to tag you so that you can listen.
Okay.
We will mention your name there.
Sounds
we will
good.
mention your name. Thank you very much. That's very good. You know,
No, that's okay.
Own little way we help. Yeah, in our own little way we help them, and
that's
then
okay.
make them happy.
And I'm sure anyone listening right now might want to contribute. Viewers, even £5, that's a lot of money in Philippines, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Even £1.
Yes,
contribute.
£1 equivalent to 64 pesos.
Look at that. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
You know, when the first time that I come out from my house when I was suffering from COVID, I told them, because I've been following them. So I told them that this is my first time going out step out from my house. I'm going to do live. I'm going to start talking about my journey in COVID, and I want people to listen to me, because I will be asking some questions, and then that question, in each question, whoever will answer first, the right answer, will have a prize. So everybody was like listening. Yeah. So I managed to give out like about 2,000 pesos. And it was, you know, I said, it's just my way of my gratitude to God that, God did not, God was there for me when I needed him, and he always give me a positive thinking. And that's my way of saying thank you to God.
Right. So finally, if people want to get in touch with you, where can they find you?
Okay, yes. First of all, they can ask you, because you are the first one who introduced this to me. Also, I have an Instagram, which is my name is Shine Gemini or Shine Tiger. Sorry, I'm Shine Tiger there. Right. And I also have my Facebook, which is my name is in Facebook is Lucky Neelia. Okay, my name is different from my name, because my name is Eileen Nuevo, but I name myself as Lucky Neelia. Why is it Lucky Neelia? Lucky Neelia is my affirmation to myself. Affirmation, my daily affirmation, or every time someone will call me, that's already an affirmation that I am lucky. Why is it Neelia? Because it's the other way around of my name.
Wow, exactly.
Yeah. So now it's like that's my screen name. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I just in all of us been through a lot and no one is exempted to that. And the reason as well why am I doing this is it's also to show to my fellow nurses, because our job is very, very hard, because we work hard, and it's very in one point you're going to feel low, because obviously we see the struggle, we see the sufferings of our patients. But at the end of the day, we're still human, that we need to have an outlet, other things, not only in nursing. So they were like asking, how do you do this? You joined the pageant, you are also doing some modeling, and then at the same time you're doing some nursing, and doing our job alone is hard. And I said, it's just a mindset. If you want to do this, if you really want to do it, do that something. You can affirm it in the morning. Please, God, give me a good life. Give me a strength to do different things aside from my job, for me to able to inspire other people. So that's the reason I said to them, if you want to do something, if you want to be happy, at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's no one. So choose to be happy, choose to inspire other people, and choose to help other people. At the end of, but the more important is love yourself. So that's why I've been showing it to them. Love yourself. That I think I'm one of the ambassador of loving yourself. Love yourself. If you've noticed in my Facebook, I always write down something for them that people might able to read it, and then they needed it. And I make it sure that that people will able to relate to it. And Lydia, the reason why I've been doing it, because I always have some feedback from my friends. Because they said that, thank you very much for writing that. I needed that. And I said, if you need someone to talk to, I am here. I am here anytime. And yes, even people from back home, people from other country, I just, I just say hello. How are you doing now? Are you okay? And then some of them, they don't know me. Even my patient, they don't know me, but they're able to open up something. And I said, it's very good to open up something to someone you don't know, because I won't be able to gossip you. I don't know your friend.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's true.
So you come. I said, just you can talk to me anytime. Some of them they say thank you, and they said that I able to inspire them, because obviously some of my Facebook friends are my friends, and they know what's been happening in my past, and they were like saying that I'm going to be boastful, Lydia. They're saying that I'm a perfect example of empowering.
Exactly, this is it. You've used your title so well. You are empowering women all over the world. And I'm sure, please, viewers, can you leave her comments? Leave her comments and tell her that she's wonderful. You've done so well. You've done so well for your people. You are doing so well for the people here in the UK, in that even after COVID, you are going out there to work. So you could be called an angel in a way, because what you're doing is just perfect,
Lydia, to be honest, there's a lot of angels that had helped me. I have a lot of friends. I have a family friend who came from Nigeria. They are my angel, because during that time that I was really low in my life, they are there for me. And their name is Elizabeth and James. And I am so grateful that I have a friends like them. They came from Nigeria, and they are my neighbor, and they helped me. And the James said that you don't have to give it back to me. You don't have to, just try to to be well and give back to other people. And that's what I've been doing.
Amazing.
My friend, he inspired me. Both of them inspire me to help people, which is also, my mom is also a woman who help other people, and it's just making me more my eagerness to help other people, because despite of what I've been through, I've managed, and I have some angel that helps me. My family, my neighbor, they have helped me, and I am also grateful that I have a very good children that also in some point in my life they are there to help me. So what am I going? What am I going to do? I have to give back. I have to give back as a gratitude to every single thing that I have from God.
Wow, this is really positive.
Yeah.
I can feel your energy, by the way, because you just radiate it. Wonderful. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. This has been so nice because I would like for so many viewers to write and say that they really appreciate what you say today, because personally, I have not talked to anyone who has had COVID. I did talk to you when you were sick and you sounded so bad.
I was so bad.
That scared me.
Yeah,
that scared me so much, because when you were talking, you were coughing as well. I was scared. Now that I'm talking to you today, this is wonderful. Our viewers will want to actually, they need to say or ask you questions and say how they feel, because this has been something that is an eye-opener, not only for you and me talking right now, but for the whole world. People must listen to what you say today, because this is wonderful.
Lydia, you don't mind if I'll ask you something? And the 21st of February, together with my friend Maureen Clark, she is a life coach. I also have a solicitor friend named Pam Passion. Daisy is Guerra, another beauty queen. 4 of us, we managed to make this forum. We're going to have our soft opening for forum. This is only empowering women. We are trying to invite 50 women from around the world to be in our forum and to be able to share as well how are they empowering other women or other people. It's not only women. We can empower any gender, anyone. And but obviously, because as women we have more passion about this, so we're trying to invite 50 women to be in our forum to listen. How are we going to manage to empower you? Or maybe you have something to give it to us to be able to help us. How are we going to empower other people as well? And I would like to invite you, if it's possible, you can listen to us. You can just listen to our Zoom, and if you have something to say, you can always say that say something. But if you don't have anything to do on the 21st of February, that's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's
I'll be there.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And then I will tell them, because obviously only 50 women, so I will write it down there that your name is, you're going to be with us that day.
Definitely. So I couldn't miss it. I've just seen that I'm free. So yes, I'm going to be there, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. Even me, I'm looking forward for that, because obviously it's a lot of us who will be putting our input. How are we going to help other people empower? Because as I said, I'm one of the advocates of self-love. Even me, myself, Lydia, I am trying to practice, because as I said, one of the hardest things to do is self-love, to love yourself, because we are so been trained. We have been trained by the society. We have been trained by our family to love other people, to look after other people. Even in our thinking, we don't think good to ourselves. Am I right? When we wake up, it's so easy for us to think bad to ourselves. It's so easy to us sometimes to compare ourselves to other people, which is we have to start empowering that to other women, to stop that, because we are unique in our own way. We are different, and whatever their path is not your path that you want to do. Whatever you want to do in your life is not what they want to do.
That's true.
Yeah, let's help each other to empower people, so that we have a good world to live in, especially in this pandemic.
Thank you very much. This has been an eye-opener. This has been amazing. This has been, I don't have words. Today I'm lost for words. It's been amazing. I want everyone to watch. Please, viewers, share this, please, so much, so that those of, the people who think there's no COVID, they need to know. They need to see Neelia and know that she's been there. So viewers,
I've been there.
Share this. Let's actually show the world that there is good people who, even after COVID, are going out there to do nursing again. So do share.
Yes. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for giving me opportunity to be in your show.
Oh, I have been really looking forward to having you here. So viewers, please like, share, and subscribe as we wait for Neelia. Okay. Yes. So you will have to give me your links to add to this video for anyone who wants
I will.
to.
Yeah. We plan to give the link a day before, for the reason that we don't want to be hacked, because there was some when the Noble Queen of the Universe pageant, there was there's a situation that they've been hacked, and we don't want that to happen. Yes, they did it.
Oh,
they did
no. Yeah, okay. Yeah. With Zoom, you will only have to give it to me, but your links to your social media, like how do you call it, Instagram and Facebook, so I can add with this video. With the Zoom, give it to me a day before. That's perfect, and I'll be there. That way I won't even forget about it.
Thank you so much. It's our privilege for you to be there joining us.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye just now.
Bye-bye.
With your clothes and your hair and your face and your shoes. Fashion.
Fashion.
Aberdeen fashion.
Fashion.